Gonna clean up our screens there. All right, so let's have a peek. Here's New Jersey, right by Pennsylvania. And so, yeah, New Jersey is a tax lien certificate state. And so the difference here between like a Florida tax deed sale and New Jersey tax lien is that in New Jersey, you're going to pay for the taxes on someone else's behalf. And then you're going to get a fairly high interest rate. So 18%. Looks like it could be a little bit more than that depending on the account. So that's a very high interest rate. And so one of the reasons that New Jersey is so competitive is that the banks, they want to get that 18%. They like giving us, 1% or something, and then going out and buying tax lien certificates and getting 18% on their money. And so for something like New Jersey, a lot of the townships there, the municipalities, they're fairly competitive. And so if you want to avoid the competition, if you want to avoid hedge funds, big banks, because what happens is they can bid the interest down to 0%. And a lot of them are happy to do that in hopes of a few properties not redeeming. And then they get to foreclose on those and they get the ownership. They become the owners of the property. And so they're happy to bid things down to 0%, which makes it really hard as an individual to come in and compete with them. And so if New Jersey is your own backyard, or if you're in New Jersey, we just recommend going to smaller counties, counties with less population, because you will find that they are less competitive. A lot of the big banks, hedge funds, private money, they're not going to be in those smaller counties. They're not going to bother with those. And so you're going to be able to find a lot more opportunities there. And very similar, where it's also on realauction.com for the bulk of it. So we'll go real tax lien instead of the real foreclosed side. And I'm just going to select state. Here's New Jersey. We'll click submit. And here we go. They even do have a practice auction site, which is really helpful. So if this is brand new, if you've never been on realauction.com before, you can use the practice auction site. And here are all the different counties and the different townships. And so within a county, each township is going to have their own auction. And so there's actually a lot of auctions, even though there's very few counties. There are so many different auctions here. And it's going to be the same thing that we saw in Florida. One auction could be completely different to the next. And so if in one auction you notice people are bidding stuff up to market value, or in this case, most people are bidding things down to 0%, you just have to keep looking until you find a place where people are able to make interest on their money and it's not that competitive. So just a little bit of elbow grease and coming in and just looking at one county to the next.
Excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I have a free gift for you for watching a free mini course called The ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed Investing. This is one of the best books on tax liens, and it is totally free as my gift to you for watching. In the description below, it'll walk you through tax liens from start to finish, along with the directories with all 1,500 tax lien and deed counties put here so that you don't have to go and search around the internet to find them on your own. So the other thing I have is, if you already have this book and you want to do a deep dive, my team and I have found an auction with a whole bunch of properties worth 200 to 300 grand, opening bids of just 1,600 bucks. So if you want to deep dive and attend an auction with some help, you can also schedule a free call below and we can discuss helping you in this business. Regardless, thanks for watching. You can check things out in the description below and enjoy the videos. We'll see you soon.